Well, unlike the other two videos today, this game is not just the collapse of one team, it is the collapse of two. And man, let's just dive right into this one. New York Giants, Buffalo Bills, Sunday Night Football should have been a blowout for Buffalo, right? You would think Buffalo would just absolutely mop the floor. Mop the floor with New York, especially with how pitiful they've been. And especially they were without Daniel Jones for a good part of this game too. But at the same time, you gave up 9 points. You were down 6-0 at the end of the third quarter. And man, Buffalo, that was the worst game I've seen you play this year. There were already a lot of question marks about you, but man, that just amplified all the question marks I had about you guys. I don't even know if I consider you Super Bowl contenders anymore. You're definitely going to be a playoff lock, but I'm not sure if I consider you contenders for the Super Bowl because you have been playing very, very, very suspect. Yes, you had a huge win over Miami, but other than that, your wins have been very relatively suspect. Like just taking a look here at the games you have won. You lost to the Jags last week. You beat the Dolphins by 28, but the Dolphins had a reality check coming after putting up 70. You lost to the Jets week 1, and the only two other wins you got were wins over the Raiders and the Commanders. They were big wins, but they were over those two teams. That was an absolute crap show for you last night. You got bailed out in the last second because your offense finally said, hey, maybe we should start doing some offense. Maybe that's a good idea. Meanwhile, New York, what was that? What was that collapse? You were containing Buffalo. Now, I know Buffalo is going to be a hard team to contain, but you were containing them all game. Your offense didn't do a lot, but you had a 6-point lead, and you give up 2 touchdowns in the fourth after giving up no points at all in the game. I know eventually you're going to break if you keep bending, but at the same time, that's just sad. That is just sad that you gave up 2 touchdowns and the game didn't even really look close on paper at the end. So, New York, you are not escaping any of this either. You're a bit softer because, there was no expectations. You played it closer than you were well expected to. But man, New York, why? Why was that? I know you don't have a lot of weapons, but man, you had the game in the bag and you blew it. You choked it. But man, I know I'm going hard on you, but Buffalo, get your act together or just get out of my sight, please.